NHL Commissioner Gary Bettman was in attendance for the Ducks vs. Senators game. And I'm just like, what the duck you doing here? He chooses one of the most mid matchups possible. Honda Center was even weeping at his presence as it was pouring rain outside. He even went on the Ducks broadcast, which I can't show unfortunately because YouTube, but I'll link it down below if you want to see it. He talked about the 4-country tournament replacing the All-Star events next year, how the NHL TV rights problems are not going to hurt the salary cap, and of course, the most exciting news for Ducks fans is that he said once the OC Vibe is completed, we are going to get some NHL events heading our way. For those of you who don't know, the OC Vibe is going to be similar to LA Live that's outside the Kings Arena, but hopefully a lot better, with parks, more parking, shops, and restaurants surrounding Ponda. And lots more too, but it's too much to talk about. So if you're visiting Anaheim in the next few years, just know it's gonna be a mess, because the parking situation already is. But it's gonna be crazy cool when it's done. What's crazier is that most of this is being funded by Henry and Susan Samueli. We truly have some of the best owners in the league. They invest in the community, make improvements, and don't get involved with hockey operations unless needed to. The OC Vibe was supposed to be completed by 2028, but looking at their website, it looks like it's going to be 2029 plus for it to be completed. So still a long time to wait, but an NHL draft, an All-Star game, and maybe an outdoor game too, should be coming in the next 10 years or so. The Ducks are one of the few, and maybe the only one I can't remember, to have never hosted a draft or an All-Star game. And they technically didn't host the 2014 outdoor game either, since it was at Dodger Stadium. But that doesn't matter, because we beat those Queens. I'm just imagining an outdoor game at Angels Stadium with Ponda in the background. I'm saying this hoping the Angels make some stadium upgrades in that time frame because they need it. By the time everything is done, the Ducks are going to be a powerhouse, so it's going to be even sweeter. And in the Ducks vs. Sens game last night, the future pieces of that powerhouse were shining bright. From our young D, Zelly, Minty, and Lacombe on the back end, and mainly just Lucas Dostal, who played his third straight game, making 30 saves, stopping every shot he should, and the ones he shouldn't have. The only one he didn't stop was a redirect from a point shot by Kostelic. Stromer would get the answering goal in the second, thanks to some puck luck and a great pass by his best friend Frankie. And in the third, the Ducks would take the lead as Zelly gets his shot through from the point, and Killer gets a tip, and Selly's like we're in the playoffs. Ducks win 2-1 in a game they had no business winning. Like, I know the Sens are bad too, but we had no players in our lineup who should be on a top line, or even really a second line for that matter. And our D pairings, while skillful, are mostly young. So props to the boys for their effort on such a hard day with the trade that sent Rico and Sammy out, which we talked about in our last video, so go check it out. Once the Ducks got a lead in this game, they did a great job at turtling and Dosty stole the show. It was a physical game in which the Ducks dominated the hit department. They did well at shutting down Brady Tkachuk, who was annoying all game. Just a solid effort all around. Hopefully the Ducks can continue that effort and get some of the injured players back next game versus the Dallas Stars Friday at 7 p.m. And some good news on that is that McT and Z took part in the optional practice today in full gear, so they're looking like they're getting close. The Ducks also made an AHL trade today. Jakob Perreault goes to the Habs, and the Ducks get back Jan Masic. Perreault was a former first-round pick for the Ducks, who could never figure it out consistently. Perreault has a higher ceiling, probably still with his offensive upside, and Masic seems to be a more complete overall player, so hopefully a change of scenery will do them both some good. If you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and go Ducks!
Yeah.
Oh yeah, take it out the beat.
Great game, Dusty. It was a great win, boys. Let's be ready for the next one.